So for real this time? Okay.
We are recording now.
My name is Kevin. Originally grew up in Maryland, but I'm in the Army on active duty, so I'm kind of from all over. As a result, my family moves every couple of years. Really, that's what got us looking for CrossFit South Bend. I was looking for a gym that was really a community. My wife also does CrossFit. My 2 kids are around here, so it was really important to us to have a place that's safe for them, where they see a lot of people together trying to accomplish goals together. So we started out looking for a place like that. Started out looking at the website, but more than that, we've been doing CrossFit for probably about 3 years. So we have some kind of specific goals. My wife does, I do. So we're looking for a place with coaching that could help us get past sticking points. We started doing CrossFit in about 2015. So we really enjoyed. I mean, we lost weight. We got stronger. We got faster. All the things that kind of go along with starting a new program. But I think both of us had reached a point where we started to plateau, and we really felt like moving, if we could find a gym that had a lot of opportunities to kind of focus on the particular problems or limitations that we had, it would be a good opportunity to really improve our fitness. So I would say that the combination of those 2 things had us looking for a pretty particular sort of gym. As a result of moving every 2 or 3 years, we've been a member of 4 or 5 gyms now, so we've got a pretty good sense of what we like and what we don't like. So I'll say that really the first thing we started looking at was the programming. You know, we went online, saw what kind of workouts that you guys offered for people, and we're really concerned about finding a place that didn't overtrain. You know, we didn't want to do some insane workout every other day and end up glued together by KT tape, just injured all the time. That was a real concern for us. So we looked at the gyms in the area, we looked at the websites, we looked at what kind of certifications the coaches had, what kind of different offerings there were. Like, this is the only gym we could find that had a CrossFit offering and a barbell offering. There was an Olympic weightlifting club, which was really intriguing to me. So that's what got us in the door. That's why we came here in the first place. So yeah, that's who I am. So I actually kind of like to start with the why. Part of it is just my job, like being in the Army. Like I have to keep a certain level of physical fitness, and kind of that's what got me into CrossFit in the first place, was a way to do that with all the other demands of, work and kids and being a husband, just the time constraints that start to creep up into your life. But I think it kind of has grown beyond that. Like, I think to some extent, I just want to become more fit because it's a way of challenging myself and kind of pursuing personal growth. But what's really helped is with the coaching here at CrossFit South Bend, I've been able to identify like what were the specific underlying weaknesses that were preventing me from getting to those sorts of levels. And what that's really led to is me having more specific goals in terms of how much I think I need to be able to squat or to strict press in order to achieve more advanced goals. So big sticking point for me has just been a 300-pound squat. I don't know why I advanced up to that. I was pretty happy with how quick I think sometimes that happens. You start lifting and you're like, oh sweet, like I'll 2 years from the Olympics. Then you start to hit those plateaus, and then you just kind of stick there. And so that's been a big one for me, is trying to work past that, like hit a 300-pound back squat. With my wife and I both working out, like the kids spend a lot of time around the gym, and that being a big part of it for us. Because we have this CrossFit Kids program here at CrossFit South Bend, it's given them an opportunity to really feel like a part of the community. So they're around, they get to know people, but they really look forward to that. So they've done that. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time that they've gone through that program. So that's been really important to us, because we want our kids to see us doing healthy things. We want them to kind of embrace those habits, and that's been a great outlet for that. Beyond that, I think the biggest thing for me is just to kind of talk about my experience with the coaches here. I've been in other gyms that had good coaches, right? Like there are a lot of knowledgeable people out there. I think the 2 things that have distinguished my experience here at CrossFit South Bend from my experiences at other gyms are really, first, the number of coaches that just have an overwhelming amount of experience. Like it's clear that they have a passion for fitness and for learning how to help people become more fit. if you ask a question, you're probably going to get a really well-developed answer, and if you don't, they're going to look it up and come back to you with one. But the other thing is just the passion that the coaches have for helping you reach your goals, which I mean, it almost sounds kind of trite to say that because people say that, but the investment that I've had from the coaches sometimes, like, it felt like I was the only athlete at the gym, and it's obvious that I'm not. And I get that impression from dealing with a lot of them, and I think that says a lot about the sort of culture that the gym has and the way that the coaches view the responsibility of the athletes. And I have seen improvements that I hadn't seen. That a lot of the progress that I'd started to see sort of taper off has. I've been able to work past some of those sticking points, and I think a lot of that has just been the investment of the coaches. Hey, I'm having this problem. Hey, try this a couple times a week in addition to the programming, in addition to more formal arrangements like individual design.